And welcome everybody to another episode of The Juice is Loose. I'm your host, Terminator Juice, and as always, my guest host or co-host, Derek Steelfox is here. Why don't you say hi to everybody?
Good evening, folks.
And just real quick, I didn't invite anybody else to this because we're going to try to bust this out in a half hour. Got big Hyrule Warriors discussion coming up tomorrow night and didn't want to take a whole lot of time with this Juice is Loose episode, so apologize. My usual guests that I have, New World Order and Leo the Wise, we're just to try to blow through this one so I can spend more time tomorrow talking about Hyrule Warriors. So I wanted to get that out of the way. So we'll try. Half hour is our goal. We'll see what happens. So Mario Kart 8, we had a little bit less of a turnout last week. I'm going to go over the results. Number one was Titanium for his third, fourth, or fifth win. It wouldn't go back. It doesn't keep track as far as I was hoping. It was definitely his third win. And second place was Terminator Juice. Another strong performance by myself. TLH 14 came in third. Glad to have her back on the track. Andrew, 1 point behind her, got fourth. Then Mike in fifth. Rajo in sixth. Steel Fox seventh. Dom was in eighth. And that was pretty much it for people that raced almost the whole time. And then we had four people that only raced a few races. We had Ibsters, Blaze, Sore Life, and Jason K, a previous winner last week. He must have only came in right at the end. Blaze, I don't know if you watch my videos, but you only seem to race one or two races every week. So just wondering what's up with that. But thanks for participating a little bit. But yeah, we had a little bit of a communication error in the beginning. I believe Derek, that affected you. It kept me in the lobby.
It catched about four of us right when we started.
So it was, I forget who the three were. I think it was TLH, myself, and maybe Titanium stayed. I can't remember. So it was just the three of us in the beginning, and it was a rough start, but then after that I didn't notice any issues other than a little bit of lag. I got hit with a red shell that passed me, and then it turned around and came back. Noticed that happened before, and some of my turns felt a little off, like maybe I wasn't where I think I am on the track, like the computer, like the lag is showing me an incorrect location. So I had a few little hiccups, but overall it was a more solid connection. We didn't get booted in the middle, but it was only had 8 people race pretty much the whole thing, so it's a little bit of a drop off. Derek, did you have any issues with lag or anything? Did it seem all right on your end?
Yeah, we always have a few tiny issues, but as long as we're not getting communication errors where it just keeps splitting us up, I can usually deal with it. Just accept it. You have those in any game. Even the huge mainstream shooters, you have bad games. So I'm kind of just accepting of it as the way things are. But we kind of seem to all find our way back together a little bit. So
yeah, that was the other thing, though.
Beginning.
Yeah, it was like 4 or 5 of us, and then all of a sudden a couple people came in, and they had a significant amount of points, and I was like,
there was another lobby or something.
Yeah, there must have been a second lobby, but we only had 5, so I think they need to figure that out, because there's no reason not to have everybody. We only had 12 people total tried race, so we never had more than a full lobby, so I don't understand why it wasn't throwing us all together, but that's Mario Kart 8. That's what you get. But the items thing seems to be okay. If it's one race it works for you, one race it works against you. So didn't see too many blue shells. I think I got hit with one in that first race, and I saw maybe one other. But other than that, it was a decent tournament. I'm hoping some of the regulars can come back. Harden 25, haven't seen him in a while. Gray hasn't been there a couple times now. Win again. He hasn't raced in a few races, so I'm hoping some of these people can come back, and then talk on my next subject. I'll kind of talk about some way possibly this tournament could get a little bigger real quick. So that's it for the Mario Kart 8 tournament, and we're just, like I said, we're gonna try to keep this at a half hour. So the next thing I want to talk about is the Gamers at Large network that Jamie Butterworth created with the help of like Zen Gamer and a few other of guys from that podcast. They created this network, and it's a YouTube channel now. And basically what they're doing is they're taking positive YouTubers and people that aren't just all about the drama and name calling and all that, and they're going to try to group everyone together and have like a positive, uh, you know, place for people to go watch videos. And there, you can be a fanboy, you can be, you know, a Sony guy or Nintendo guy, but the rule is you can like what you like, but you can't just blatantly hate on something for no reason. You can't be a hater, otherwise it won't be tolerated and you won't be part of the network. So it's a really cool idea, and it's just started out, and I really I think this is going to grow into something awesome. And I really appreciate. I put in my application, and Jamie Butterworth let me know yesterday that I've been accepted into the Gamers at Large network, and they're going to start uploading some of my content on there, and then there's gonna be podcasts where it's gonna be like a different host channel each time, so you don't always have to go to you know, the same spot to see these podcasts. So I'm looking forward to it. I really appreciate the opportunity, letting me join the network, and I try to bring positive stuff, and I try not to hate on the other systems. I'm a Nintendo fan, but I do own, you know, PlayStation 3. I had an Xbox 360, so you know, I'm just really thankful that they let me in their network, and I'm going to try to do my best to adhere to the goal of this network, is to just be more positive and try to grow this community of the proper way without all the name calling and drama and exposed and all that stuff you see some of the people do, and I'm really looking forward to it. So I wanted to announce that, let you guys know, go to their YouTube channel and subscribe. They already have like over 1,800 subscribers, so that leads me to what I was saying earlier about maybe my Mario Kart 8 tournament could grow. There's no videos of mine on there yet, but I did send a link to Jamie Butterworth for one of my Juices Loose episodes. I think it was last week's, and if that gets uploaded, then we could see some growth in the tournament, hopefully. And if we get enough users, then we can go back to maybe turning the shuffle system on and stuff, and you know, and we'll see from there. But hopefully, you know, this turns out the way I think it is. I know, Derek, I just briefly mentioned it to you earlier. You're not one of those guys that follows YouTube constantly and stuff. You just check Google Plus every once in a while. So, so for you, I don't know if it's gonna affect someone like you, but maybe this could get you in.
It affects me through you. I'm really excited.
And I appreciate what you know, congratulated me earlier today, and I appreciate that. And I think if this turns out the way I'm hoping it is, where you know you're going to get positive content, you're not going to get blind, loyal fans who will not even acknowledge faults with their system, but you'll get, hey, I'm a Sony fan, and here's why I like the PlayStation 4, and talk about that without having to bash the other systems. I'm really looking forward to that type of stuff, because I just really get sick of all the console war BS and you know, name calling of other YouTubers and all that drama, which I try to avoid completely. So so I'm looking forward to it. And if any of the Gamers at Large network guys or gals are watching this, I want to throw out an idea for a Mario Kart 8 tournament for right now, for only the members. I want to see who the cream of the crop is for Mario Kart 8. I know Zen Gamer's a very skilled racer, and I think it'd be cool to do something like that. Whoever's got some kind of capture card equipment, someone can upload it. You know, I don't do gameplay at this point, but just an idea. If somebody, Jamie or Zen or somebody, if you're watching this, if that sounds like something you'd like to do, I'm all for it. I think it'd be a great idea, and you know, that's just kind of my idea that I'm throwing out. So with that,
bragging rights.
Yeah, bragging rights, exactly. You know, and be friendly about it. You know, don't have to be. It just be.
That's what it's all about. Friendly competition.
Yes. And
sounds like everything you're preaching.
I think it would be fun, and hopefully can get that going. Because I've never raced. I think I raced against Zen Gamer once, and I'm part of the Player Essence network, and I've never raced against Francis. I've never raced against Mr. T. Jamie Butterworth, I'm not sure if he's a Mario Kart 8 guy or not, but you know, I'd like to race against some of these people, and just for fun. So hopefully that can happen. And then just one last thing, I want to throw this out there to other content creators, guys and gals that do live streams. And no one's really talked about this, but when you create an event and you set it for a later date, and it gives you the option to select people who will see the event, you know, friends, the public, or you can select an individual network like Gamers at Large. And what I'm noticing is that when you finalize that and it gets shared, that some people don't know if you're inviting them to join in on the discussion or if you're inviting them to watch. There's no separation there. I've been guilty of it myself. Someone sent me, I forget who it was, they were doing a video and it said so-and-so's invited you to this video, and I'm like, yes, I'm going, but then I'm like, does that mean, I don't know if they were inviting me to join the discussion, and then when time comes, it says, are you going to watch? And as yes, it was already selected, so I'm like, there's no separation for an invite to join the discussion and an invite just to watch. And I'm wondering if someone out there, maybe someone smarter than me, we can come up with a standard, hey, you know, this means I want you to join in on the discussion, and this means, you know, that I'm just trying to get people to watch it, you know, so they know, and I'm promoting it so they can watch it live. And I know that there's been a few times where people thought I was inviting them to join when I just really wanted to do something myself and do a short video and not have other guests on there. And there's been times where I thought somebody was inviting me to join, and it turns out they already had like 7 people and they were just sending out the promotion for me to watch it. So if somebody's watching this, content creator, you've experienced that, let's try to come up with a way to try to fix this so that people won't have to wonder anymore and just, hey, I want you in this podcast. There's got to be some kind of standard way to do it. I know, Derek, when I create it, I always choose friends, and it shows up to you, always like it's inviting you to join in on the discussion.
So it looks like it confused me. I was fortunate enough I could talk to you in person and be like, well, I know you're inviting me, but it is misleading.
Yeah, I just understand friends as my option, and it like makes it out like people. So I just want to eliminate the confusion. It happens to me, and I see it happen to other people. So if anyone watching this has an idea, Jamie Butterworth, you know, you're head of the Gamers at Large. Is there some way that we can know that, hey, you want me to join in this discussion? So just something I want to throw out there. So hopefully we can come up with a standard solution so that it's pretty much eliminates the confusion. So with that, let's move on to the news and sales. We're just gonna I'm just gonna rapid fire these so we can get through them and on to the next subject. So there was 2 Naughty Dog developers. They were lead developers. They left Naughty Dog, prestigious, you know, Sony first-party studio, to go work at Infinity Ward, and both of them got pretty decent positions. And it's like Infinity Ward makes Call of Duty. Unless there's some new project on the line, they basically left Naughty Dog to go make Call of Duty games. And I thought that was a little shocking. And that's like the 5th or 6th people now that have left Naughty Dog within this year, I believe. Maybe some couple of them were the end of last year, and that's a little bit of a bad sign. It was already kind of a bad sign anyway, and this only makes it look a little bit worse. So you know, take from that what you will. We'll see what the future holds for Naughty Dog. They've definitely lost some of their key developers from that studio, so it might be like Rare or some of the other great studios in the past where they kind of get milked from all their talent disappears little by little, and then they're not the studio they used to be. So that's a little bit disappointing, especially with I think possibly Last of Us sequel in the works and Uncharted 4. So next, a longtime Nintendo employee of 10 years, Dan Adelman, left Nintendo. Basically, he was the indie guy for the last 10 years. He was kind of like the middleman that got the indie developers talking to Nintendo and got the games on the WiiWare and the eShop and stuff. He feels like he's leaving the eShop in good hands. He was quoted saying that he doesn't have to fight all these battles anymore to get these games on there, so he thinks it's the foundation's been laid and he felt comfortable leaving. Hopefully that doesn't affect any future indie games or support for Nintendo platforms with some of these indie games, because the support's been really strong ever since the Wii, about halfway through its life cycle. So that hopefully that won't be bad news, and we'll see. So next we got Mario Kart 8 sales. There wasn't full global sales, but the numbers were in for the U.S. the weekend in July 26th, and Mario Kart was on top. Pulled in another 37,000 units, and that's still respectable just in the U.S. And you figure Japan and Europe's probably be close equal that between the two, so we're probably looking at another 60, 70,000. So still selling strong, and some people are predicting that the promotion, once the free game promotion ends, the sales will drop way off. So we'll see. Wii U sales were staying steady right about 60,000, just under 60,000. Xbox One was at 55,000. That's been holding around that point. But then that PS4, 111,822, and every week it seems like, Derek, you and I say this, why are they buying it right now? Why are that many people still buying the system? And only 5,000 of that 111,000 were Japanese purchases. So that's pretty much Europe and America each bought about 50,000, and we just don't know. Why are people buying it right now still? It's just one of those baffling, amazing things. So I don't know what to say about it anymore. It's just going to continue to sell over 100,000 every week. So yeah, that's pretty much a rundown of news and sales. We got a little bit of time that we're way ahead of schedule. So any comments on the sales or any of those two stories with the people leaving? Anything you want to add?
You went through it pretty quick, but you pretty much nailed it. That's what happens to good studios. Is the talent gets milked away. Someone makes an offer and they leave. I guess it's nice that Dan feels like he left in good hands. That maybe he could have left earlier is almost what it implies, but he didn't feel comfortable leaving it. There's plenty of organizations where folks don't make those decisions, and it kind of leaves things in a mess. Naughty Dog, of course, very prestigious. They've done some great games, even all the way back, Crash Bandicoot and all that. Games with a lot of a reputation. I think they've had a lot of change in developers, but they obviously had some key talent in there that may or may not still be there. Maybe they'll replace him with a better, new, upcoming stars, though.
Yeah, that just happens even in any industry, the good talent. But Infinity Ward loading up on to potentially...
That's what's interesting. Are we going to get some mind-blowing Call of Duty? Possibly. Maybe we always get a mind-blowing Call of Duty. It depends who you ask.
But theirs isn't due. Like, their next game ain't due till 2016, so who knows? Yeah, because
they're going to come out with their own new IP. Maybe they realize that, and then Call of Duty has been, over the years, it doesn't have a lot of legs left. So maybe they're planning for that.
Yep. So I just wanted to comment on something. I was just saying about how the invite system on here is confusing. I just had a person who said he was watching, and he thought I was going to send him an invite. If you're watching this right now, that's exactly what I'm talking about. I wanted to have a short one this week or today and have the long discussion tomorrow about Hyrule Warriors. And there's just Google Plus does not let you know if someone's inviting you to join or to watch. And all I did was click friends, and I sent this out. So I apologize for if you felt like you were led on, but it's just Google. I don't know what else to do. I want to promote my videos, but I don't know how to separate saying, hey, this isn't an invite to join, this is an invite to watch. So apologize for that, but definitely I got you slated for the Hyrule Warriors discussion if you're watching this. So you know who you are. You just sent me that message. Let me know if you want to be in that for sure. So this is just the problem I've been encountering since I was doing these live streams. It would have been fine. The person I'm talking to had on a couple other videos, and if I wanted to do a full hour or longer, it's just hard once you get 3 people, it's hard to do a shorter video. Me and Derek have learned that. He's got a little bit of a schedule. We like to try to keep it around an hour, but this time we want to do it short for tomorrow's Hyrule Warriors discussion. So just wanted to address that real quick. Apologize for that. So anyway, Derek, why don't you talk about something you've accomplished that I've talked about in some older videos, had some friends. I was trying to get playing Mario Kart, trying to sell them on a Wii U, and I've been unsuccessful. Why don't you tell us a little story here about how you got a sale in the books? So I was very excited.
During our Smash discussion that I had a good friend who I started playing these Smash Brothers games with all the way back to Nintendo 64. We used to rent it. We used to sit down and play it for hours. Every Smash game we always played together, and he finally got a Wii U. And folks, this is like 10 months of constant pressure. Threatening our friendship, just brutal stuff. Finally happened, Mario Kart 8, do it before the 31st of July. I told him, you have to do it. You're going to get a Wii U. Get the free game. I know you want Wind Waker. And he's like, yeah, I always wanted to play Wind Waker. This is great. And, I told him that back when it was announced, before Mario Kart even came out. And do it. Yeah, wouldn't do it. And I'm telling you what, he gets the dang thing on 7/31. He buys it the last day the offer is available. So he's scrambling to get everything registered. And he did it. He's loving Wind Waker. He's going through it, trying to figure out all the bells and whistles of the Wii U. Thankfully, I'd had him over to show him what it could do. He's worked in an electronics store. He makes money off commission. He sells these things, but he never knew anything about them. And it's just amazing how few people still know a lot about it, even if it's the industry they're in. I'm going to segue here. I had another friend actually came over and visited over the weekend, and he used to be part of our big Smash group. He always played the games. Big Fire Emblem fan, this guy. He crushed those games way more than I ever did. But he asked me, like, he's big into PC games now, Steam and all that. So he asked me what I was playing, if I have a good PC, and I said, no, I play the Wii U. And he had no idea. He'd never even heard of it before. And he's kind of out of the loop now, but he just had no clue. It just shocks me.
So did he see it? Did he have any opinion on it, or was he just?
No, I wasn't at home, so I didn't get a chance. I tried to, push it a little bit. He's not going to go out and buy one. I don't think that's going anywhere. He's pretty sunk in Steam right now, which is fine. There's a lot of people out there. But it is a shame how unaware some people are, unless it's thrown in their face about how awesome the system is. Definitely with its flaws, but a lot better than people seem to.
We'll have to get like a couple week update on your buddy once he gets a little bit settled in.
For the Mario Kart tournaments, but he works that time frame every Wednesday, so if he's a tournament, he won't be joining. Actually, let me say this because you mentioned Gray not joining our races. I was showing him the ropes a little bit on Mario Kart. We were playing a little bit together, and Gray actually joined in on one of the races, and I was like, "Oh, this is awesome! Gray's in here." We got a communication error and got tossed out. So, Gray, if you are watching this, I noticed you came in there, and I was excited because I was going to text him and be like, "Watch this guy race. He knows what the hell he's doing." But we got tossed, so we really didn't get to hang out with you that much.
Yeah, that's a little bit of an issue that's been happening. Hopefully they can get that fleshed out. But yeah, that's, the Wii U, from somebody that maybe knows about it but never really sat down with it, you got to get it in your home. You got to sit there. You got to check out the Miiverse for yourself, sharing screenshots with your friends. That's what the Wii U's all about. And
you had an awesome Wind Waker picture. I want to play the game again.
Yeah,
just have a screenshot. Just
like we were just talking, we don't message each other because there isn't any new games out to send you awesome screenshots of. So that's most time I use the Miiverse is when I do something awesome. I see this amazing something going on in the game. I gotta hit that home button and share that screenshot with you. And that's just one of the things that I love about the system. So I'm very happy that you talked him into getting it. And he was actually at my house with you a couple years ago. We played a Brawl tournament, and you guys just destroyed us all. So, I will say real quick, I was playing Brawl the other day, and thanks to Leo the Wise, if you're watching this, you suggested turning off the up for jump on the control stick. I'm using the classic controller, and it's very difficult not to hit up. Improved my game immediately. I went from a 25 out of 100 skill-wise. I feel like I'm near 40 after that change. So thanks to Leo, that was a great tip, and it saved me so many times. I was double jumping accidentally, not trying to hit up, and not being able to recover because I missed my double jump. It happened right away, and just made a huge improvement. So I'm looking forward to playing more and unlocking some more characters. So great story. Like I said, we'll get updates from him and see how he's feeling about it a week from, maybe 2 weeks from now, and a month from now, and all that. And we'll try to get some Mario Kart.
I've already got a list of games he's going to buy, so we're getting there.
You gotta get me his ID, and that way we can try to do some racing together, all the three of us, and try to go on and find a lobby. So yeah, I mean, good stuff, man. I've been trying. My buddy, we were at Target. They had one Mario Kart 8 bundle. I was like, dude, is that right there? He didn't have the cash on him, and he didn't want to charge it. So he's a very busy man with a newborn and stuff. So I'm not gonna harp on him too much, but I know he'd enjoy it. We played it earlier in the day at my house, and he doesn't like that he's not as good as I am at a racing game. So I've been working on him, but it hasn't sunk in yet. So anyway, let's move on to the final thing. Like I said, anyone that has just tuned in, we're going to try to keep this to a half hour, because tomorrow, after the Hyrule Warriors Direct, I'm going to have a discussion video, recap, impressions. I got some people slated to join, and some other people. I'll try to keep around 4 people. I mean, 5 would be pushing it, because it's a work night. I don't want to be up till midnight. So, I'm thinking 4 people total, to get a good hour and a half. So let's talk about our pre-thoughts about the Hyrule Warriors Direct. What do you expect? And why don't you go first? Talk about what you think they're going to show. Is it going to be a Mario Kart 8 style, like a humor, like the digital event, or is it going to be a little more serious? What are you thinking? What's your pre-thoughts?
Well, I'm not going to share those with you because I know we were doing this quick, but I actually wanted to have you make some predictions about what we're going to see tonight, and then we can call you out on it tomorrow. So instead of my opinion, let's get yours. You mind if we change it around?
You can I'll get my predictions, and you can just give me what you're hoping to see afterwards.
Okay.
After I give my predictions.
First one I want you to make, and we're going to keep these on the record, is we've seen a lot of new characters, so of course everyone's asking the same question. Do you think they're going to show a new character? And if so, who do you think they could possibly show?
There's going to be at least 2 new characters. At least.
This is tough. I wouldn't know who to pick, but
so you're saying playable? You're thinking playable?
Yeah,
playable.
Playable.
So there's another thing to talk about, too, is some people say they've shown some villains, and there's a lot of people saying that the Hyrule Warriors games, you eventually get to play as the villains after you beat them, so that could be interesting.
Let's hear it. 2 playable characters. What do you got?
2 playable characters. It's easier to name the number than it is to come up with actual people. So
I'm going with 1, but you got 2.
You put me on the spot, so give me a second to think about this real quick. They've done some pretty obscure characters so far.
Yeah.
And, that Luna character.
Obscure, you can't. Yeah. You won't be too. The guy under the bridge in Link to the Past.
A really ridiculous thing, but I'm gonna say Tingle as my wild card. That'd just be ridiculous. So who's a little bit more possible? They're gonna show Ganondorf. I think he's gonna be a villain. But will these villains be playable? Like Girahim, I doubt you'll be able to be that. What is that huge 2-legged creature from Skyward Sword? I doubt you'll be able to play as that. But so I'm gonna say Tingle, and man, there's so many games to think of to go from. And I'm gonna go another crazy one. The Sword Master from Wind Waker, the old guy. I don't know his name. Those are my 2.
Yeah, I think those are really good, educated, well-thought-out answers for being on the spot. You ready for the next one?
Yeah.
All right. There's, of course, the buzz about online. Is it going to have online? There was reports, hey, it's going to have some competitive online mode, and then there was, the new update. No, they're not going to have that. So tomorrow, do you think they're going to show us or touch on the topic of online? And if so, do you think it'll be a co-op type thing, or will it be a more competitive type thing?
I definitely think they'll address the online, clear that up. And I'm torn. I want to say there's going to be co-op, just kind of the way they were trying to cover that up. But I'm going to say it's going to be some kind of competitive mode, and it's not going to be fully fleshed out. As we were talking about earlier, this game wasn't very far along back in January, and we're 7 months later, and look how much it's improved. I just don't see how they'd have time to put a fully fleshed out like online mode to get this game out in the time that they wanted it out, which I could guarantee they had that September slot in mind early on. So so I'm going to say they're going to talk about it, but it's going to be some kind of competitive mode that's not fully fleshed out.
So it will have an online mode. It'll just be limited.
Yes. That's my prediction.
All right, you ready for the last one? Your last prediction? And this is it. Now, Nintendo, with their directs, they always like to throw something unexpected and something we don't see coming. And I think they might be able to do that with this one. Do you think they might be able to throw some huge twist or something surprising in that's going to be in the game that we don't expect? And what do you think it might be? I'm looking for another wild card.
Damn, dude.
Oh.
You're putting me on the spot. I'd honestly... a wild card, I mean, the only thing, like you're saying as far as something in the game, or maybe like a something, like a feature or something in the game?
Let's go with either or. What do you think could be something that no one really expects? Maybe some curveball they're going to throw us, where people just, be excited. They'll cheer about this because Nintendo went this direction, and they never expected it.
I don't see it for this game, to tell you the truth, man.
You don't think so?
I don't see some miracle, some amazing thing that they're kept secret, other than that possibly that online mode's like super addictive and super, like, no one thought it would be fun, but it turns out to be something amazing. I don't see like some crazy thing like the inclusion of. The only thing I would say is possibly the inclusion of one of the games, one of the earlier games, like the NES or Super NES games or something, some form.
That's a good answer.
Like a mini game, like a Four Swords type of thing or something.
Oh, look at you. See? Making stuff up on the spot.
Yeah.
I mean, that was good. That was
they
point
have
of this.
little,
That's why I went through this
earlier. The loading screens have little throwbacks to the old games and stuff, so be cool if they threw a little mini game in like that. That would become really addictive or something.
There you go. You heard it here first, folks.
Completely pulled that out of my ass. I'm not gonna lie. We did not script this or nothing.
But if it came true, then you heard it here first.
Then I would be a god amongst Nintendo fans. So we got some new viewers since we started that. Just want to reiterate this. We intended this to be a half-hour video. Got the Hyrule Warriors Direct recap and impressions video tomorrow, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, so look forward to that. I want to touch upon a Google Plus user. He had some comments. The new trailer for Luna with the staff or whatever, it was on the Deco Tree level. Best trailer I've seen for the game so far. Looked amazing. And I commented that this is the best trailer, and then this iChris Unfiltered came in, and he said something like it's a joke or something, and then he had the article where it's saying no online co-op, and then he went on to, and I told him I was going to talk about this, and he said it was okay. He went on to say if Nintendo wants to play with the big boys, they need to have online, which is like standard. I'm paraphrasing now. And then he said, if this is acceptable for a game like this to not have online, then Nintendo's pretty much, they know that they're only catering to the non-hardcore gamers and children. And then he went on to say, this is 2014, and it's ridiculous for a game to not have online. And I said, I'll wait for the Direct to hear confirmation on online if there is one or isn't. I'm not going to jump the gun. And then I said, don't bring your trash comments like playing with the big boys and what was the other, or non-hardcore gamers and kids. And he had a longer reply and he kind of fleshed out his thoughts. And I get what you're saying, but as I'm a Nintendo fan, but I'm also open-minded, and I will admit their faults. He kind of accused me of being uh, won't admit when Nintendo's doing something wrong, but you got to understand if you're watching this, I don't really care about online play. Derek can contest to this. Super Mario 3D World, I would have been a little bit upset if it had online play. I didn't think it needed it. Donkey Kong, I don't care if it has online play. Um, there's just games that I feel don't need them, and the only games that really Mario Kart's good to have online play, and Call of Duty. Other than that, I play single player games. I play Metroid, I play Zelda, I play Mario platformers. I don't really care about online play, but I understand some people would like it. Derek, you're one of them. For a game like this, you would appreciate. I wouldn't be mad if it had it, but what I'm saying is it's not that important to me, and the fact that when you throw out playing with the big boys, talking about Sony and Microsoft, you're already lost my respect in a comment like that, because I don't consider Sony and Microsoft the big boys. I think Nintendo, they're doing their own thing, but they're the originators. They've been in it the longest, and there's room for Nintendo to do their own thing. And Sony and Microsoft, uh, pretty much the PlayStation 4, Sony turned into Microsoft, and look what's happened. You pay for online, and they're kind of deceiving you with showing games, and then the games don't look that good. That's not what I want Nintendo to do. And I'll address this tomorrow in the Hyrule Direct recap, the Hyrule Warriors Direct recap video. But I told you I was going to try to explain a little bit where I'm coming from. I'm not mad, and I just didn't I don't like the terms that you used, and I don't like the whole Nintendo's for children. If they don't have online, I'm like, sorry. Online doesn't immediately make your system a mature system, and I don't like the term non-hardcore. I don't like the term hardcore gamers. I think you're either a gamer or you're casual. You play games occasionally, or you play games, and if you limit yourself to the types of games you play, then you're not a gamer. If you won't play a game because it has a certain art style, or you won't play a game because it's got a female lead character or something, I'll play a game if it's fun, and that's just how I've always lived my life. I've always chosen games and stuff, so I just wanted to express that. No hard feelings. I just didn't feel like typing all that stuff out. But I do appreciate that some people want online, but for me, I probably wouldn't play it more than a couple times online for this game in particular, and I just wanted to address that. So I know, Derek, you think you would really enjoy an online mode, and we'd probably play it a couple times, but I don't see it being something that'd sink a lot of time into a game like Hyrule Warriors in an online mode. So I just wanted to address that. I said I would, and that's all pretty much I got to say about that. Tune in tomorrow, Hyrule Warriors Direct recap and impressions video. I slated it for 2 hours, but if it can be hour and a half, that's great. And yeah, so that's pretty much it for this this episode. Derek, any final thoughts? And you know what? Let me just throw one question to you. What do you expect from this Direct tonight? I mean, do you expect big surprises, or just expect some information and some humor?
I expect information, because that's what it's about. I expect it to be direct to me. I expect some humor, because that seems to be the route they're going. And I expect surprises. So I will still be surprised, even though I expect them.
And I'm not going to watch it tonight for all those of us on the East Coast. It starts at 11 p.m. and my bedtime's 10:30, so I got to work in the morning. I work on weeknights. I get up early. So I'm going to catch it tomorrow on my lunch hour, and I'll maybe watch it again before the Direct, or I mean before my video tomorrow. And I'll, like I said earlier, the whole Google Plus invite system, it's confusing. I'll send you some personal messages if you said that you were going, say, hey, you want to be part of the discussion, or you're just going to watch. So anyone that clicked yes to that, I'm going to get some confirmations that way, and I look forward to that tomorrow, because I hope we do see some really cool stuff. I hope there is a mode that just really sets this game, like hits it out of the park and makes it just up to another level of hype and stuff. So I'm looking forward to it, and everything I'm seeing looks good. So I can't wait to talk about that tomorrow. And again, anyone that I didn't send invites to. We wanted to keep this video short so that tomorrow can have a really long discussion. So so that's all I got. And Derek, thanks you for joining me. And you know, look forward to tomorrow's video, everybody. And check out the Gamers at Large Network, the YouTube channel. They got a Facebook page. And you know, thanks to Jamie Butterworth and the creators of that, and thanks for accepting me into the network. I'm very excited. And with that, I think we can end this video. Derek, you want to say goodbye? No?
We're calling it good.
Okay, man. Everybody, we'll see you tomorrow night, and that's it. Bye.